Okay, now let's configure the switch for the main office. We need to configure port 1 to 3 as trunk port for VLAN 10 data and 20 voice with VLAN 10 for the trunk native VLAN. Port 4 we will configure as a switch port access VLAN 20. This is for connection of the DHCP server. So let's take a look the command here. We're gonna type interface fa0/123, and then you're gonna type switch port trunk native VLAN 10, switch port trunk encapsulation DOT1Q, switch port mode trunk, and then switch port voice VLAN 20. With this command, when we plug the Ethernet cable to the switch, the native will be a VLAN 10 if it's a PC, but if it's a VoIP device that plug into the switch, it's gonna pick up as a voice VLAN because it's tagging. It has tagging on that. So the switch will differentiate between the data VLAN and the voice VLAN traffic using frame tagging. Uh, you will do the same thing for fast Ethernet 2, fast Ethernet 3. Okay, because this is the first one is we have here, let me show it to you. uh, this one, fast Ethernet 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, uh, the next thing we need to configure the DHCP. Look at the DHCP. We're gonna configure the DHCP as 192.168.20.254 subnet 255.255.255.0, and the gateway, there's your voice VLAN, which is 192.168.20.1. To configure DHCP, you need to go to this config dialog box, and then on the global setting, make sure you put gateway here, 192.168.20.1, and then on the fast Ethernet, you're gonna type a static IP address because we're gonna use this IP address for the DHCP server with /24 subnet mask. And then on the DHCP services, make sure you turn it on, and then you're gonna create two pool name. The first one is called a server pool. This is for the voice VLAN. 192.168.20.1 is for the gateway. The server pool name is a server pool, and then you're gonna start an IP address with .20 uh, with the start IP address .20, and then the maximum number connection is 100. The TFTP server is 20.1. So you will have the first pool, which is a server pool, 192.168.20.1 as a default gateway. The start IP address is this one, supposed to be from 20.1, no, .10 actually. Save this .10, and then the subnet is /24, maximum number 100, and TFTP server is 20.1. Similarly, you're gonna do for the data, which is the default gateway is 192.168.10.1, and then the start IP address is .10, and starting with the 10 IP address, the subnet is /24, and the maximum number is 100. So if you do command prompt here, if you type a command prompt ipconfig all, you will see that the IP address of the DHCP server, the subnet mask, and the default gateway. If you don't type this one, your phone will not get an IP address because we're gonna use this DHCP as we're gonna use this server as a DHCP server. So this DHCP server will give an IP address to the phone if it's in the voice VLAN, and it will hand it out data VLAN for the PC. As you can see here, you will see that uh, the PC get an IP address of 192.168.10.11 because we give uh, they get an IP address from the DHCP server. As opposed to these voice devices, which is Cisco IP phone, it get the IP address from DHCP with the .20 network. In this case, is 20.3. So if we start from 10, maybe it's gonna get the 10. So this is the voice IP is in the voice VLAN. So basically, this is the configuration of the voice over IP. Some basic or intermediate level of that. You need to configure one routers. You need to configure routers uh, with the first one is a sub interface, serial connection, EIGRP routing protocol, dia peer, and then you need to do some testing, make sure they all have connection. Then the last one is we're gonna enable telephony services. That includes assigned directory numbers, DN, and ePhones. For the switch, make sure that you configure fast Ethernet 1 through 3 with the switch port trunk, switch port mode trunk, and then for port number 4, make sure you put this in the VLAN 20. So your DHCP server will connect to the switch using VLAN 20, which is what you call that is a voice VLAN. So this is basically the configuration for the main offices. In the next video, I will show you for the remote offices. The concept is similar to how we configure the headquarters. Thank you.